And we are live Sunday night with those guys. And Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Guys.
What's up, everyone? How are you? Welcome to another Sunday Nights with Those Guys. And sorry, that was me splashing over. Yeah. What's up, Recovery One, JKS, AZ,
I'll let you guys open tonight.
Phantom Flight 101, and Paul Murray.
We got
seems to have company, but
the official timekeeper.
Yes, the official timekeeper for drops.
Oh, every 15 minutes, is that the plan tonight?
No.
What's up, that Forza Racing channel? How are you? And welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys.
And I didn't get my shots either. I did.
It's your shots. Paul, stop it.
Shot in a drop. It's Sunday nights. That's what Herman says every Sunday night.
Cut it out, man. Cut it out. It's too early. Here comes Justin. Justin's popping in too.
Justin's here.
Tim Jackson from Australia. How are you? Recovery Drones.
What's up, Justin?
What state are you in? I forget what state you're in. I've been checking out your videos. I try. Daryl Hickman, how are you? What's up, Drone Evolution?
What's up?
I try my best, and you guys know if you comment on my video, I try my Desmond Donders. David, how are you? I try my very, very best to respond to every comment. And I also try, this sun is like blinding me. And I also try to visit people's channels, but that's hard. If I spent all day visiting people's channels, I probably wouldn't have any time to do anything else. Oh, you're a California A. Okay. All right. That's what's up. I for some reason I was,
what's up, David?
I don't know why, but for some reason I was thinking you were in the central United States somewhere. Who knows? What's up, Curtis Dart? How are you? What's up, everyone? Justin and I, we went flying today, and that was it. That's all.
By the time I got there, you guys was gone.
Yeah. We flew a little while and broke out early. And Justin, of course, as soon as we got home, you know, the sun came out and stuff, right, Justin?
Yeah, I was like, oh, nice.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
but we couldn't wait for the fog and stuff to burn off. Tim Jackson, how are you? We couldn't wait for the fog to burn off. I mean, it was pretty clear where we were in Highland. We were in Upper Highland Park, but I prefer flying. I've come to the conclusion in Lower Highland Park. Mm-hmm. It's good if you don't know about it, Paul, and you guys that live outside of New York, but this particular park is on the top of like a piece of glacier or something, and they have a reservoir on top. And there's thousands and thousands of trees in this park, but for some reason, I like the lower part. The upper part has too many dogs and too many people walking dogs and stuff like that. What's the matter, Paul?
Well, you got to remember, it's that section of the mountain there that was left, and the Army built the highway that the Jackie Robinson
right through it, right?
Through it. And that's why the cemetery is on both sides. And then you have that park.
Hey, Al Diaz. Okay.
The other park there with the golf course.
Yeah.
And the air rink.
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence, I just put a little thing in the comments to chat so everybody knows where we're going.
Hello to all my friends. Get your favorite beverage ready for Sunday night with those guys shot in a drop every 15. Don't listen to Paul. Y'all can drink what the hell y'all want, but I'm not paying them no mind.
In fact, I'm taking up a little fun. We got to every once a week we got to send a few moonshine things.
What's up, Bill?
To Lawrence.
Hey, Night Train, how are you? Night Train, I've been watching your videos coming out of where you're at, watching getting footage of those floods over there.
Yeah,
it's a lot of damn water, yo.
Real devastation, man.
How are you, coast to coast?
I like some of those videos he's putting out, but it's real bad, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys putting a lot of great videos. Night Train is one of them, and
JSK Enterprises, it's not going to work. You and Paul and whoever else want to do a shot and a drop, or do a shot while we do a drop, that's okay. I don't mind.
Now you know
Big Matt.
Every half hour, man.
Justin's sitting over there chuckling is what he's doing.
Well, Paul, you've been putting out a video like every 12 hours.
If that.
Is there a competition going on that I don't know about?
Listen,
well, the problem is, Justin, as you can see, there's ships going by here all the time, and it's like it just like kind of like pulls me down there, you know.
Paul's messing up the algorithm down on YouTube.
He's got the algorithm locked as far as boat ship videos.
The computer is screwed up down there. Somebody else is putting out videos they shouldn't be.
Hey, Justin, here it is.
What?
The Immortal T and the Nano receiver.
Oh wow!
So when are you coming to pick it up?
I'll come tomorrow.
Huh?
Bring it with you this
I'll
morning.
come tomorrow.
Okay, you come tomorrow during lunch or after work?
Oh, I'm off.
Oh, you're off tomorrow. So what's up? We flying?
You didn't bring them with you this morning.
Night Train will be looking forward to your new videos of everything.
How come I didn't bring it with me this morning, Herman? Because I thought I had already given this to Justin, but I gave him the VTX. This is the receiver, so I can, for my radio. I gave him the VTX for the video, but I thought I gave him this, but I didn't.
Okay, good.
So, and it's a real simple receiver. It's positive, negative, and signal, which is for smart audio.
Hadley showed me how to hook it up. This is easy.
Okay.
Hello, Big Matt and Coast to Coast Jim. How you doing?
Justin and Herman and Lawrence and Paul, hope you are well and safe.
Yep.
You too.
Dude.
Well,
So far, thank goodness we are here.
I don't know. Lawrence points out every once in a while that I'm not really necessarily that well, but
well, yeah, we do have a little bit of a dilemma there. I just got a message from somebody on Messenger, and I don't, you know what? I'll go to Facebook and look at it, but it can't be of importance, because if it was, they would have sent me a text message.
Really?
If it was anything. Okay. Mike Wash.
Time you sent me a message on Messenger.
Oh, Mike Wash from Wash Builds, or Shot by Wash, which by the way is one of those New York City FPV pilots that they get it in. He gets it in. I must admit. He definitely gets it in. Okay, join. Oh, he sent me the link to Stay Fly group.
Okay.
They have a new group, Stay Fly Multi-Rotors. He just got an endorsement with some battery company. So I think they're starting up a new page and stuff like that. So who am I not to oblige him? So let me send Justin an invite. Justin Hadley an invite. Who else is FPV?
You see that?
No one else? You're lost.
See that, Paul?
Oh, yeah. All right. Sean Crowley.
As soon as
I can invite. Gino Capio, I can invite.
And lets people in.
Indigo Rhino. All right. I think I'm at the bottom of my list as far as FPV pilots. Adrian Lee.
2 minutes and he's inviting other people.
Seconds. JJ. Paul L. Brown. Paul Lewis.
How many people was originally in this group?
John Santiago. What happened?
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, anyway, that's that. I am now officially a Stay Fly member, a global community platform for FPV pilots. I am in their official group. And that's it for now. Anyway, what's up, Paul? You have been putting out a video every 6 to 12 hours.
Well, yeah, the funny, well, as you guys all know, the fun part is flying it, and then the labor comes when you got to edit and all the rest. And some people love to do that. I tolerate it because, it's not my favorite thing in the world to do, so it becomes very laborious.
Okay, I understand that. But getting back to you, Justin, I still got 2 6 cells fully charged. So, what's up with the beach tomorrow? Oh, hold on. In fact, let me go get my phone and look at the local weather.
Well, Lawrence, why aren't you guys doing like evening shots down at the beach?
Well, for one,
I mean, is it that dangerous down there in towards sunset or what?
Maybe.
I'm going to get my damn phone. Justin, entertain Paul.
So you're not competing against Mr. Philly Drone Life? That's what I do. Y'all putting out video for video.
Right. Yeah, he's putting them out regularly, but he's got a little bit more enthusiastic take on it. I don't narrate on my stuff. He's got his own way of presenting, which works, for him, but
Yeah.
Okay, Justin. I'm pulling up the weather now. And it says tomorrow, partly cloudy. It's going to be 65. So if I click on the date,
what's it
says
say for
Wheel
this
Field
evening?
tomorrow at high point will actually feel like 71.
What's it say for this evening, Lawrence? Like about say 7 or 8 o'clock ish?
Oh, I can tell you that right now. Hold on. We keep the local weather in my phone in favorites. This evening, the wind going all the way until mid. Oh, it doesn't start dropping until 10 p.m. But up until, wait a minute, that's Monday. Sorry, I got to go back. Yeah, between now and midnight, it'll be between 19 and 20 miles per hour, which actually isn't a problem if you're flying FPV. For camera drone, if you want a still shot, that might cause a few issues. Logan Carpenter, how are you? Well, what's up, Tom? I'm glad you're here, Tom, because we wanted to talk a little more on RFID.
Hey, Logan,
And-
he didn't hit the skyscraper. The bird saved itself. Logan says, don't hit any more skyscrapers, Herman. But he didn't hit it. The bird saved itself and did what it was supposed to do while Herman was running around in the streets trying to figure
Herman
out.
was doing track to
Yeah.
get to his drone.
Yep.
Matt and Ray said that's the fastest they've ever seen Herman move.
Really?
So he had to be moving. And there's an old saying out there: if it ain't DJI, it might not fly.
Well, Herman, you might tell him what happened is you got behind a building and
Yeah.
Well, I actually was coming towards the building as I was setting up before I even thought to set that up. And I was getting the shot coming towards the building. And from the position that I was in, I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? I could swing right around and then slide right up over the top of the penthouse. But I was standing directly in front of the buildings. So when I started to move sideways to start into that
pan around.
orbit to come around and slide up, it went behind the building and complete signal loss, and it said signal loss, and I tried to get control of it. That's why you see in the video it moved like a couple of times left and right and it turned all the way around. So then now the signal didn't come back, and then it said return to home. So now I saw it looking at the building when it said return to home. So I said, okay, I got a signal. So now that's when I started moving towards it. So I said, I got a signal. And then as it started to move toward, it went up to 400 feet and started to move towards the building. I'm like, oh, okay. Cancel. Then it lost signal again. And I'm like, uh-oh.
As it was moving towards the building, everything went black.
Right.
You know, like that commercial when someone's just about to get murdered or something, they cut the commercial. Well, he cut the signal loss.
So I'm like,
Recovery Drone goes, Herman, were you faster than Dobo when he crashed his Mavic, his Air 2?
Crashed his Air 2?
Well,
I didn't see that.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Dobo crashed his Air 2. He actually had a flyaway. What happened?
I didn't see him moving, but what's that kid there? Bolt?
Yeah. You bolted.
Well, and to make the long story short, Herman, tell us you
Hey,
went.
Bubbles
So you
Butterfly, how are you?
you headed around to where you thought the drone was going to be, and you
Yes,
got over there, and all of a sudden
I'm
it says
like-
it was landing.
I'm like, where is it landed? I thought it was returning to home. And then when I looked at the screen, I got a signal back, looked at the screen, and it was over where I was standing.
So basically, Herman was going into the building. The drone was going into the building when Herman lost the signal.
Yeah.
And when Herman was going around the side of the building, the drone went up and over the building and was landing while Herman was on this side looking. You know, because if it says it's landing and you just now getting visual, you're like, well, you don't have visual, but you hear it's landing. Oh my God, I hope it's not landing on that side of the building. I hope it's not landing on the roof. I hope it's not landing anywhere but home.
Yeah. Well, that's what you call aerial tag.
Yeah.
You're it.
Well, welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. And we appreciate you all for coming in. And the title of the show is, if you don't know that RFID is coming by now, the views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel, but you don't need to be flying a goddamn drone if you don't know about RFID by now. We've been talking about it on our live streams, just like we were talking about Lance. I'm introducing Lance. Herman, we've been doing live streams for pretty good for a little moment now. I'm up to 66. You're about 10 or 11 behind me. And at one a week, all right, that's a little bit of time. I think we've passed the 6-month mark, haven't we?
6 months.
Yeah, we should have passed the 6-month mark a long time ago.
But
anyway, getting back to RF remote ID, not, oh yes, I'm sorry.
If you
It is Tom, remote ID.
I
was looking at something on RFID chips and it's stuck in the brain. It's stuck in the brain. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, remote ID. Hey, Classic.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
If you're doing one show a week and you're up to 66.
Yeah,
it's more than 6 months. It might be a little more than 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I checked, 52 weeks in a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I am drinking. All right.
Well, well, everybody knows that's because it's shot in the drop. You know, welcome everybody.
Paul can't help himself. Please forgive Paul. RFID. I was wrong. Bubbles Butterfly. I actually meant remote ID. Because do you really think the FAA read 53,000 comments? Well, it was made most evident that they didn't, Tom, because if you follow Drone U, during the time that they were supposed to be reading these 53,000 comments and et cetera,
follow the news.
Everyone at the FAA was at home.
Right.
So who did read these things? I don't think anyone read them. In fact, not Hyatt. What's the other guy's name?
Who?
On the Drone U, not Hyatt. Not Hyatt, the other one.
Oh, is the little skinny guy?
The blonde-haired kid.
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Paul
Yep.
had already came to a conclusion on one of his episodes of Drone U that is no way in hell that they read all 53,000 comments from us drone pilots and hobbyists out there.
Especially when nobody's in the office.
Exactly. The offices were shut down. They were considered non-essential, but yet they went on to say that they read them. I guess they had to say it.
Remotely from home? You think so? I don't know.
No, I don't even believe that. But last time we were talking about remote ID, everyone was concerned, oh, the DJI drones or TEL drones, all of these GPS drones, but everyone in the FPV world is like, oh, they can't bother me. They won't be able to follow me. Well, it's a crock of bull. I had mentioned about Aeroscope and what Aeroscope is. Now I'm going to put a picture of it on screen to show you guys real quick the actual device, but I'll put the link to the video so you can watch the video, and perhaps the next live stream I go to after this, I won't hear people talking about what's aeroscope and what's remote ID? And like I hear in some of these damn live streams, it's ridiculous sometimes. But this is the box right here with 2 antennas. Yep. And supposedly they can tell where you are, where you're traveling, your speed, altitude, everything, whether you have a remote ID in your drone or not. And they can track you to the remote controller, the drone, and I guess they're using this particular box, which helps them triangulate. These are portable. Let me get off.
Yeah, like a big briefcase.
It is a big suitcase, and FYI, DJI created it.
Yep.
Now you got to ask yourself, why would DJI create a device that would, here it is right here, the portable unit. Why would DJI create a device that
I'll tell you
will find every drone out there? You want to know why? Because being the leader in technology, they want to be able to say, and I'm not mad at them for this, they want to be able to say, okay, you can't blame this one on DJI. It was one of those other guys, because you know where this drone was, etc. What were you saying, Herman?
DJI came out with this around the time of the Phantom 4. And
yes, this technology is 2 years old already. No, well, wait a minute. It's 2020. It's 3 years old.
3 years.
Because in 2017, they introduced Aeroscope.
And what happened was, when people started talking about drone sightings, DJI wanted to make sure that
there's the link.
You can't say that it was one of ours.
Yes.
So what happened is they introduced this to law enforcement and to the airports.
Mm-hmm.
That they could have this on site and they could find or detect any drone or drone pilot within 5-mile radius of the airport.
And guess where they tested them out, guys? Here in New York City. Okay, so and during no-fly zones, they were actually using this device called Aeroscope. Actually, during the 4th of July. What else? What other events they had? The 4th of July, the U.S. Open, where they play tennis out in Queens. So whenever you hear major events, just what's good, Hadley? How are you, brother?
I think they had them at most all big stadiums too. Like
yes,
but this is why DJI used this to help to try to buck the remote ID as the way it was proposed, to say that, you know, these drones right now already transmit.
Hey, Carpenter.
And you can already detect. So right. The same system that is created and how it is achieved from my drone can be done with anybody else's drone, no matter whether it's a proprietary or not.
Yep.
And they already have other systems out there that can find these, drones that operate on these frequencies.
Tim Jackson says all the sailboats have that on their boats. Forget what it's called, but it tells them about every boat around them. And see, that is what remote ID is going to do. I mean, as far as, hey, Michael Blade, as far as you FPV pilots like me and you other guys out there that say, I'm not going to spend $30 or $20 or $7, it's supposed to be $17 to $30 for a module. Supposedly, they don't even know, and the module hasn't even been designed yet, but they're estimating for FPV pilots, it'll cost about that much. Now, for the FPV pilots, Lawrence, what happened, Tom? You put Lawrence. What happened, Tom? For UFP, I just wanted to talk about the FPV part because we already know they can see every other drone. But for UFPV pilots that don't plan on putting that device in your drone, this is where Aeroscope comes in. Okay, so you may think you won't be able to be found when you're flying, and you will be considered rogue if you do not have remote ID in your drone or broadcasting some kind of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signal from your drone.
Just to clarify what Lens Capture said when he put in Lawrence, that was a system that was developed back in the 60s and 70s for identifying where you are for maritime, like sailboats.
Oh, okay.
It's called Lawrence system.
I thought this is really stupid, but What is the name of that movie? Hold on one second, Diane.
What's up,
What's the
fellas?
name of that movie where that
up?
chick was going by?
What's up, Jess? Paul,
What's
Lawrence.
up, man?
Okay, well, there was some comedy about couples, and this guy had this irritating girlfriend, and his name was Byron. What's up, Colbick? His
What's up,
name was
fellas?
Byron, but she would just to get on his nerves would call him Byron, you know, all the time. She'd go, "Hey, Byron." So I thought he was going Lawrence. But anyway, you got to see the movie. But anyway, you need to know what if the name comes to me, I'll tell you. Sounds like the FAA has it all covered now. Well, JSK Enterprises, Remote ID. I keep saying RFID. I titled the show RFID. I need to change that. Remote ID, they're going to start December 29th. They're going to start testing it for a full year. Okay, where they are testing it is a matter of who gets the news first and what state they're testing. Right, it's a Tyler Perry movie. Hadley knows it.
Yeah, we are.
Hadley knows it is a Tyler Perry movie. Right, you're a little irritating woman. She kept saying his name instead of saying Byron. She was going Byron in a real whiny voice. But I digress. What's up, Philly Drone Life? How are you, man? You want to come in here, man? Huh? You kind of got upset and left on Wednesday, but we on Wednesday we wanted to talk about some serious issues before we started going squirrel. And had we let certain people in early, we would have went squirrel early in the show, and all the stuff that we want to talk about, we wouldn't have been able to talk about.
Yeah, because Sunday night is shot in the drop night, and it's kind of like just hanging out. Today with you.
Here we go. Here we go. I just can't help. What's up, Ray?
Yeah, I'll be back.
What I missed.
Nothing, man. Just that Remote ID is starting December 29th. And there you go, Philly, it's sent. Remote ID is starting on December 29th of this year, and they're going to be testing it for 1 year. And my concern is, where are they going to be testing it? We know they're going to be testing in Utica.
Probably testing in New York City. Watch.
Right. This is what I'm thinking also, because they already tested drone highways. They already tested drone highways up in Utica, New York, and they know that's a success. So they could have as many as 50 drones traveling in different directions back and forth without hitting each other. So
that's serious.
Now that Remote ID, it will come into effect, and they did the same thing with Lance. They were talking about a network that would tell you what altitude to fly in what area, so nobody had an excuse anymore to say, I didn't know. But then you have the drone pilots, you guys know, that don't know what the hell they're doing, and they just open up a drone out the box and they go out and fly. So, what, you still in Philly, Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably gonna shoot up there to the Ben Franklin tomorrow morning, you know.
Oh, okay.
While I'm up there, head back on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you be there enough, I'd be flying there on a regular.
Yeah, you know,
hey, Mikey,
the weather's been
Philly
bad.
Drone Life. I sent you an
crazy.
invite, man. Where are you?
Yeah, because I was gonna call Mikey too, tell him, find out where he's gonna be at.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're going there tomorrow, yeah, Mikey, we're waiting for you to come in. I did send you a link, bro. But sometimes the guys don't take this personal. Sometimes we specifically only invite me, Herman, and Paul, or certain individuals at the beginning of the live stream because, okay, give you a couple of minutes, because there are just some things we want to talk about. Because you guys know, sometimes you just mention a keyword and then everybody goes squirrel, and we never get to talk about what we're talking about. You all right, Herman?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Just asking.
Is he starting a shot and drop without us?
Who? Herman. Well, he said Herman's starting a shot and a drop without us. Nah.
I'm cooking. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, you're cooking. Oh, which by the way, Diane, I cooked already, so. But thanks, Lawrence. I'm calling Squirrel. Yeah, see, Curtis Dart knows. Okay, Paul, our shot keeper, not timekeeper. our timekeeper, Paul. It's Pepsi. Stop it.
Everybody, get ready.
Where you at, Ray? He's still in the room, or are we gonna wait for him to come back? All right, it's 5:29. We'll give him until 5:30 to get back. Actually, it's less than a minute, but we'll do it exactly on 5:30. Since the shot keeper, I mean the drop keeper, was tapping his wrist.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
You would have probably made a good Hollywood drunk, Paul. You know. All right. Ray's probably doing something. Let's get it in right now. It's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. We appreciate you all for coming in. I want to know what you ignore, Paul. I want to know you guys in the audience, especially you, Tom, as far, because you're a serious drone pilot like we are. And to be honest, what do you think about this remote ID? I'm for it 100%. I'm not going to lie. I'm 100% for it. I want to know whenever my drone, FAA supports NASA SpaceX launch to International Space Station. That just popped up as an alert from the FAA. FAA supports NASA SpaceX launch to International Space Station. For those of you who don't know, the actual ship that these astronauts are taking up there is this new drone type of ship. When I say drone type of ship, this ship was sent up and was up in space for 780 days, performing certain missions by itself, remote control. So that makes it a giant drone. It's only about 29 feet long and has a cargo space of 7 feet by 4 feet square. And supposedly it's supposed to be able to fly and land by itself, which they did after being in space for 780 days. It did land on the Earth, and nothing was wrong with it. So I guess now they're ready to test it with humans. So these two guys that are going up, I've been keeping up with it. I didn't know the FAA was in support of it, but I guess they have no choice, huh?
Well, Lawrence, in reference to the FAA and the whole remote ID,
Yeah.
I had a little bit here to tell you about that. But as far as remote ID is concerned, we all know that where the FAA is going with this is for UTMs. They're trying to unmanned aircraft.
Unmanned traffic management.
Yeah, they have.
Hey, Birdman.
Traffic management for unmanned aircraft is what they're trying to come up with. And I just find that the FAA is somewhat a little ass backwards. And the thing about the FAA, you know, what a lot of people don't understand and people never look at is that your ability to lead in something is only as strong as the respect that people give you. And with the way you're treating the community and the unmanned community, aircraft community, and even the manned aircraft community is not too happy with you either. But to now come up with something where they're asking on whether or not they should have a survey that'll be sent out to those who have registered drones, a survey to find out how operators or pilots of unmanned aircraft operate out there so as that they can create these traffic management systems. And I just find it to be totally crazy that now you're doing a survey after you already proposed a system on how to manage it.
Right. Now, I agree with Tom. I'm not happy with the third party select and who can currently get the data. because we all know, hold on, where is it? Where is it? I had it loaded already. We already know that these are the major players in UTMs that are going to happen here in the United States. Herman went over the list Wednesday. I think we went over the list last week, Sunday. Airbus, who's will be known as Airbus UTM, Airbus Unmanned Traffic Management. Duh. Air Map, who's already on top of Lance and everything like that. Amazon, who will be known as Prime Air. Intel, we know who they are. And there's a couple more. One Sky, who's a spinoff from AGI, the largest insurance company, one of the largest insurance companies here in the United States. Interesting. Air Map, or Prime Air, and an insurance company. Airbus. Skyward, who's owned by Verizon, telephone company. So you know their price is going to be high as hell. T-Mobile's in this. And Wing, who is owned by Google. These companies, get used to hearing these names. Airbus, UTM, Prime Air, One Sky, Skyward, and Wing. Okay, you're going to see and hear a lot about them in the next year coming up. And if they do start testing, like Ray said earlier, if they do start testing this remote ID thing here in New York, it's a matter of time before they introduce it to the rest of the United States. I mean, they're going to be doing testing for a year. We already know this. Oh, Ray's outside barbecuing. Yeah, see? We can't have smell-o-vision, or else I would.
I'm top of that.
I see you on the deck there. Send you a link, Big Matt. Got you.
Yeah, he said he's gonna come in today.
Who, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't mind. Link.
Some nice flags there, Paul.
Oh, Paul, you're muted.
Muted, Paul.
Paul's muted.
Well, did you do that to me, Lawrence?
What? No,
Mute him.
you muted yourself.
Are you sure? I don't remember that.
That's that shot the drop talk. Huh?
Yeah, Paul, I think you did that. That Pepsi, you high on Pepsi tonight. I don't know what's up. Yeah, Michael Blade says looking good, Ray.
Thank you, Mike.
on the BBQ.
On the BBQ.
Yeah, but anyway,
What happened to Philly?
well, he said he was coming in. I don't know. Maybe he's still in makeup. I don't know. I'm waiting
You got the alter ego going on.
He got to put on his Superman outfit.
Yeah.
Grill not big enough for recovery drone from California. It says the grill's not big enough for real grilling.
Yo, you gotta wait till I'm in Brooklyn. Tell them when I'm in Brooklyn, I got the drums for your soul, baby.
Yeah, you need the Jamaican 55-gallon drum with
yeah.
the flip top.
I got
That's
the smokers, handmade built smokers, baby.
They're telling her.
I saw a guy, Ray, that had 5 of them lined up, 55 gallons with the lids that pop up, lined up at a park.
Tell them where we from, Herm. Tell them what we got around
Herman
us,
knows. Herman, I went to Herman's block party last year. They had them lined up. They know how to do the drum.
That's just how I do it.
Did you get anything to eat at Herman's block party, or they just turn around and put you to work?
Oh no, I went home. I got to eat there, and I got home a nice doggy bag. He was talking about, here, give some to your wife and daughter, and I was like, why? I wasn't playing. He's like, don't have me call your wife and tell her I sent food.
Hey, Lawrence, was it you that he was talking about that had a duffel bag with a garbage can lighter in it so that you just take home everything?
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, Matt, I sent the invite. No, I didn't leave with that much, but I did leave with a nice sized bag. People were because I had to get on the bus to take the bus to the train, and people were like, because I was with Herman, so the barbecue smoke and everything, the smell gets on you, and you get on the bus, and people are going, you hear them sniffing, you know they smell barbecue. They know I held my bag extra tight on the train.
As long as nobody
starts sitting by
something on your neck, you're good.
Yeah, right. As long as they don't start nibbling on me. You're 100% right about that. What is everybody doing
I said
for Memorial Day weekend? I mean, tomorrow's Memorial Day. I know people are barbecuing today. People were barbecuing yesterday. And Diane, should we barbecue tomorrow? Or try to?
A lot of people doing stuff today.
And,
I do it today 'cause I want to chill tomorrow.
you know what? You have a valid point there.
I don't get it. I'm not doing it on tomorrow.
Because anybody can. Recovery Drone says he's flying. Recovery One says he's flying.
You know, the thing of it is, had we all known about any of this coming, if you'd have gone out and bought a whole bunch of those chest freezers that they usually sell for $200, $300, $400,
Yeah,
they sell them now for $2,500.
Yes, yes, you heard Ray was right. You'd be a millionaire now.
Yep.
Yes, you would. The sale of freezers has gone up, period.
You can't find them anywhere.
No,
Nah,
you can't.
and delivery dates is 6 months out.
Wow,
Yep.
for freezers.
Yep.
Yeah, I got four of them just stacked up on the regular. You know, when you got a house where you just buy stuff, and I've always had them. Got 2 plugged in and 2 not like. All you need is in this crib like a little 5 cubic joint. You don't need nothing big. You know.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor, she's one of those coupon shoppers, obsessive coupon shoppers, and
I like her.
And she, no lie, I went into her basement.
She's the bestest.
She had 1 4-foot freezer. It looked like you were in the ice cream department at the supermarket because she had Turkey Hill, she had Breyers, she had all this ice cream. Now she coupon shops. She had a 4-foot stack, 4 foot by about 5-foot stack of spaghetti noodles. So she has all of these freezers and stuff. Here comes Philly. He's out of makeup, guys. And right now, like you said, if you make freezers, you're making a killing.
Yeah.
Well, I made a mistake. I was looking for a freezer for Lynn. She wanted a freezer to put some stuff in, and I had it on the screen at Walmart. This was like 4 days ago. They had only a couple left with free delivery, and I had it on the screen. I was all signed up. All I had to do was hit the buy, and I hesitated a moment to call her and ask her if that's what she wanted. She said, yeah, and I went back, gone.
Okay, Matt, you didn't get no email from me. You didn't get an email from. All right. All right, I'll send you one. Hey, Tim Jackson says freezers are the new toilet paper. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I have the right email. I hit Matt.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Michael.
Well, Mikey, Mike.
How are you?
I might be
Cool,
coming at you tomorrow morning, baby. Tomorrow morning, I might be coming by you.
Yeah, I heard you said you were in Philly. Do you have family in Philly? Cool.
I just sent again. If not, can you send Herman?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up on a DM.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where in Philly? Where are you at in Philly?
Like in Berks County?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't go out much because you could probably be up the next street and I'd be like, where's that at? And that's around the corner, Mike. I don't. Okay, cool.
Nah, not that close though, but yeah.
The weather's
plot it out now, man.
The weather's got nice.
Hey, Matt, I sent you that. That email that you just text me.
Spam or junk, yeah.
Herman, can you send Matt an email right there? I just sent it to that same one spot 2 times, and for some reason he hasn't gotten it. I hope he get it the second time. But Mikey, what's good? Makeup, life is good to you. I see you changed makeup, girls. Your hair is combed.
Yeah, I just got up, Lawrence. Yeah, I just got up, and all I heard was FAA. I'm like, screw the FAA, because I was listening to you. I was laying down. It's like, I'm sending you a link. Like, I wasn't mad last week. Like, well, not so much.
Not any more than usual.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I don't mean literally mad. I mean virtually.
I know, guys. I get it. But I always feel so welcome. I thought maybe you were mad at me or something.
No. We just
Everybody sent you links last week, Michael, but you were snoring logs.
Dude, I've been killing myself. I mean, as you guys know, when you're trying to do, trying to grow the channel, trying to make videos and then keep up with shit around the house, it's just, there's no time for nothing. I'm staying up real late. I'm really burning my candle at both ends.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Ray.
What's up, bro?
Oh, well, can you copy your, look,
Huh?
Ray being attacked
Yeah, about to swarm over
by
here.
one of them killer bees,
Yeah,
killer hornets.
I'm about to eat his ass. He don't know. I'll dip him in some chocolate. He done.
Hey, Justin,
So Max
please,
not getting the
please
email?
don't forget to put, I give you this TBS. Where the hell did I do with it now?
What's it already? Jesus.
Man.
Hey, Ray, that's a hell of a phone you got if you can set it on the grill and get
Here
that
it
shot
is.
looking up, you know?
Actually, that's my iPad. I got the computer in the living room, the iPad in the backyard.
iPads on the grill, huh? Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, equip man. Yeah, man.
come on. You
But anyway,
Yeah.
Mikey, did you do your run yet?
We'll run.
I thought you were supposed to do a run up the museum stairs with the drone in follow me mode. Something like that. You were talking a couple of months back. Unless you were just talking off the top of your head.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. That was a while ago. I already did. I did a 90 and 90, and then on the 90th day, I did the Rocky run up the steps. Almost killed myself, but I did it.
Oh,
I realized.
All right, Matt. There you go.
What's up, Matt? How come I haven't seen it?
Well, I don't
I've been
know.
waiting and waiting.
Yeah, it was already done. It was
Wow.
I did it live.
He had EMS there on standby and everything.
Yeah, ESPN was here and the whole bit. And I basically crawled up the steps. I realized after 90 days I was still fat. And it was horrible. In my head, I was thin.
It was in the spam folder.
It was now that's strange because I only sent it to you. I could see if I sent it to multiple people, but all right.
Yeah, that's Gmail for
Wally
you.
and his drone news was there. They say,
What's up, Big Mac?
Hey,
I
Phil, what's going on?
I
All
finally
right.
get to see you, bro.
Yeah.
You look big. Even in your picture, you look freaking big.
I
You're
can't
a
even see on the
giant.
screen.
You're a freaking giant, even in the
Yeah.
picture. Oh my God.
okay, Mikey, if you call me Sasquatch and
Yes.
he's bigger than me,
Is he?
you
Oh
call
my
me
God.
Sasquatch and he's bigger than me.
Oh, he looks gigantic. I know. I'm jealous, man. See, I'm not heavy. I'm just not tall enough. If I was 8 feet, I'd be perfect.
You'd be a skinny man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. But anyway, we were basically talking about remote ID and how people freaking are saying they're not going to accept it or they're not for it. But just like Lance, it's here. If you want to fly, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So you're not flying.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't been following it, man. You
And
guys
even,
follow
and
all
even
that.
all those geofencing blockers, something's coming out to block them as well.
Yeah.
If they think they're gonna be there, keep skying and doing that. Something's coming out for that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question because you guys know what's going on here. Like, what's the ulterior motive with all this? Because I don't
With
follow any of
UTM?
this news.
With
all
unmanned
this.
traffic management.
Are they
It-
trying to just ground us? Is that what
No,
you think is
no.
happening?
That's the
What's going
exact
on? I don't know.
opposite. That's the exact opposite of everybody thinks, oh, they're gonna take our guns away, they're gonna
You
take our drones away.
Right.
It's the same crap. They're not going to. Stop. They're not going to. What it is, Mikey, is in order for you to fly legally without hitting a delivery drone, a passenger drone, and or a helicopter, plane, jet, military copter, you're going to have to use this UTM, unmanned traffic management system.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you don't use it, you will be considered rogue.
Gotcha.
And it'll be almost impossible to not use it. Because even if your drone is like one of our drones we have present day that doesn't have remote ID,
Right.
DJI still broadcasts. So we're not
Correct.
worried about that on DJI. But if you have an Autel or a 3DR Solo or who knows, a Karma,
but
No.
Herman,
They're
Hold
still
on, what?
they're still going to be able to detect you in the air. Now, if for the go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, are they going to? What's the parameters on flying your drone? Do you need a license now? Are you going to have a 107s? Like, what about all the hobbyists? I mean,
We'll
every
never get to
single
that.
person putting a drone in the sky.
Unfortunately,
has to use this
there are
thing,
more.
or they're rogue.
Unfortunately, statistically, there are more hobbyists buying drones than there are 107 pilots.
107,
Yeah.
right?
But there are more hobbyists that are becoming 107 because they see not only this as being a
Correct.
lucrative way, but right now in New York City, after that lady got hit, a piece of building fell 20-something stories and split her open and killed her on the spot. Now, building inspections in New York is on the rise. So if you're a 107 licensed pilot,
You're making
what
money.
better place to fly New York? What better way to fly New York City than inspecting buildings? All right, I inspected the building. I got shots. I got video. While I'm up here, I might as well get some video.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, so it'll be quite interesting to see
Yeah.
where they're going with it. But in the long run, remember back when Ronald Reagan was in office and the Star Wars project had been there since. Getting back to that part of a SpaceX and them launching that shuttle up into the air, that's all a part of the new Space Force thing.
Yeah,
Diversing from the subject.
it's just hard, guys. You know, coming from a city, and you guys are in a city, so you know where I'm coming from. It's hard to feel like there's an ulterior motive here, and it's
There isn't, Mikey.
hard.
Why would a multi-billion-dollar company / business just stop people from buying their drones and spending money in their company? Right, Matt? Would you agree? That would be shooting yourself in the foot. And you want to know what
Unless
happens
there's more money coming at you at another angle.
You know what happens when you shoot yourself in the foot? People laugh at you.
Subscription money, that's where it's coming from. Subscriptions. I'll be right back.
Oh, so you're saying that they're going to charge us to fly?
Oh, hell yeah. To use if AirMap is, I read off the list of these companies.
Like $20 a month or something like that?
Oh my God.
Hold on. You guys, I'm going to put this link in the chat. Read it. Reading is fundamental.
Whoa. Al Diaz mean, hold on, Al. Now, hold on. Al says, that means you won't be flying William Penn anymore, Mikey. What do you mean?
Not necessarily true. Not necessarily true because
they can't take my William from me.
And not necessarily true because Philadelphia is a drone-friendly city.
Right.
Until they change those rules, he will be able to fly William Penn, except they'll say, "Oh, that's that Philly drone life dude."
Well, they'll know who I am. Then they'll see me every freaking
exactly.
day.
But I'm putting this link in the chat, right?
Oh, see, you're
you need to read
me,
it. It has a diagram of how UTM is going to work. Your drone needs to broadcast either Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or some kind of way. It needs to have some type of transmission so that you guys so they can identify you. There's a drawing on that page about a quarter of the way down, and it shows let me pull it up. Give me a second.
Swipe.
I know I have the picture somewhere. Bring this up here. Okay. Give me a second, guys, because I have so much junk in my machine.
Took me 10 minutes
Here
to
it
write
is.
a sentence.
Yeah, it will take me 10 minutes to find it.
I'm trying to swipe a sentence. Took me forever. It kept.
Hold on. Where is it? I just copied this. There it is. I got it. This is it. Reading is fundamental. There will be 3 ways of broadcasting.
Yeah.
If you have an RC model not equipped, you still need to be able to connect through your controller to the internet some type of way. Control 2-way link with your drone. You need Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or something, or to be able to use the Wi-Fi wireless network in the area. This explains it right here. This page right here, regular broadcast. Your drone that broadcasts, you won't have to worry about it because it'll do it through this RID map.
We have that,
this
right?
RemoteID app. guess who's going to be in charge of it? From what it looks like, if you scroll up, hold on. If you scroll, let me get rid of that there and pull this back up. Okay. If you scroll up on the page, you'll see these are the companies right here: Airbus, AirMap, Amazon. All of these guys are going to be in UTM and responsible for UTM. And if you know Verizon's there, they're going to be the most expensive.
Well, T-Mobile and Sprint, they putting a bid in for it.
T-Mobile is in their list also.
Yeah.
I put the list
T-Mobile,
in.
they'll probably get it because they cheaper.
Yep. Well, see, T-Mobile is going to be for the average guy. Verizon's going to be for that guy, just like you Apple owners. I don't want to know how it works. Just do it.
No, it's gonna
Just,
be for the,
just charge me, yeah.
It's gonna be for the NYPD. That's what that's gonna be for.
Exactly, Matt.
Just charge me.
Just freaking charge me. I don't give a damn.
Amazing. Amazing.
But whether you like it or not, Mikey, it's coming to a city near you.
Yeah.
Now,
It sure is.
December 29th, Mikey, is the launch date. They will be testing it for 1 full year.
Wow.
Now, we don't know where they're testing it. Ray suggested, and I honestly believe they may be testing it. Tim Jackson, yes, it's another way for the government to track us, but to be honest, between your ATM card and your cell phone, they already know what floor you're on, how many times you took a shit, and what color your underwear are.
Yeah, I don't care about the tracking thing. I
Neither.
mean, come on with the money. Stop raping me. Will you?
But see, now, this
just,
is why,
come on.
and we had this on our live stream about a month ago, that Germany has a UTM system that works that they do not charge people for through the app. And this is going to Canada, up where Roger is. They're going to implement it in this year coming up. So if they can use it, my question was, hey, Val, my question was, how come they don't want to use it here in the United States? You know why? Because anything in the United States that says free, they don't like. They have to be able to charge you. And that's where AirMap is going to come in. And where AirMap is free now, they're going to wind up charging you. AirMap took all the data from us when they were testing out the Maverick series. Think about it. When they were testing out Lance, it was AirMap that had the best system.
Yeah.
Right? So it's already here. You're already complying with it. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
It's like the stupid cow that goes to slaughter. He sees the cow ahead of him thinking he's going to get something to eat. And then the cow disappears and he says, oh, I'm next. And they just keep going like sheep to slaughter. You're already there, Mikey. So to wonder what's going on and as to why they're doing it, we know why they're doing it.
I kind of feel like, and this could be that I'm just old, but I kind of feel like that, like a part of my freedom is being taken from me. I don't like it. I'm just being honest here. I'm just letting you know that's
Mikey,
I'm on the other side of it. I don't like it.
Check this out.
Like
they don't want your guns. They don't want your drones. They just want you to pay for it.
Yeah. They just want you to pay. But you already paid for it when you bought it, didn't you?
It's so funny because we already have remote ID on our drones already. People just don't use it.
Yes.
You just correct. Right. I knew that. I see that. And it's on by default too, guys.
Yeah, and you remember, and hold on. You remember way back in the Mavic 1, the Mavic Pro series, they had the app and it would show you an airplane. And if you looked in that direction, the airplane was on this part of the map. If you looked in that direction off of your controller, the airplane was there.
That was early 2017 when they put that in. That was an update in the DJI.
Aeroscope also to detect drones, whether you're legal or not, has been here since 2017. And people are going, I don't want remote ID. Well, damn it, you've been using it for the longest. I agree with you, Matt.
I'm trying to show it. Let me show it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pin the video.
Recovery, freedom just in your head. Tell me about
right there on the top. It
remote
says
identification.
Remote identification.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. It's in it. And guys, if you check that when you fly your drones, I always check that just for the hell of it. It's always ticked on. And it's like, I didn't put that on. What the hell? Turn that on. I turn it off all the time. Turn your drone on, that little toggle is turned on, man. It's like, come on.
Don't you turn your drone off?
You know why? Because DJI is complying because they designed the technology. But at the flick of a switch or a software upgrade, that whole remote ID will open up into another tab, and
Yeah.
you'll probably have to go in there first before you fly.
Well, that's because
I
they've
don't.
designed it now. The government's required to opt out at this time, not opt in, opt
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
No, pretty soon there's going to be no opting out.
Right.
Yep.
And
That's our
as
drone
far as those
license plate.
53, Janis Joplin says it's the best. Freedom is just another word. Plain and simple. Yeah, I agree with
Bottom
you.
line. Yep.
I agree with you 100%.
Tell me
And
about it.
I try to explain this to someone that,
So-
that not even oxygen is free.
Man,
know
don't
why?
be-
You know why, Mikey?
No.
Oxygen ain't free? Because when you go to the hospital, they fucking charge you.
You go to the hospital charge. Isn't that-
So
ain't
is
that true?
oxygen really free?
Yeah.
Oxygen is expensive. I can show you the receipt.
Damn.
No.
He's setting himself on fire over there. What's going on?
Never no fire, baby.
Yeah.
It's called wasp.
Oh,
It's
he's
a fire.
He's fighting them buggers.
Yeah, man,
you
they-
know what, Ray? I've been seeing every now and then one or two buzz past.
Yeah, man. They want some of my lamb chop, and they ain't getting that.
Okay. Our official
Timekeeper.
shot dropper.
Hey.
It's time now.
A dropper.
Set her
It's
up for
time to
another
get
one.
a
Here
drop
we go.
in. Hey, what's up, Drone Worship? For all you people who have your DJI products, go ahead and reach out to me when you're ready. I'll teach you the open source. You don't have
But you
to
fly DJI, Dan. What are you talking
know.
about?
This
He's
is
got
why,
a freaking
Mikey-
DJI drone.
Mikey, this
What?
is why I wanted to read it, because coming from a gentleman that I saw in one of your videos, Dan, that, and I am a follower of you, but I saw in one of your videos, Drone Worship, that you said everybody go out there and buy Autel drones despite DJI.
Why you say that?
And I think that was a little, but hold on. I think that was a little irresponsible.
Are you kidding me?
And then he went out and bought a DJI drone.
Yeah. But that doesn't matter.
Like 99.99 people did.
Oh, get out of here.
They just think about orange pumpkin, but they know their money ain't that long for no pumpkin.
Well,
Pumpkin.
all I can say is whether people like DJI or
they're
not,
just good.
it's
They're
the
good.
platform that everybody refers to. It's like Nike.
Yeah.
Your sneaker ain't shit unless it compares to a Jordan.
Good product, though. It's good product.
Right.
I
good
wish
product.
Autel would get just as good. I'd switch over in
Listen,
a second. I'd give him
listen,
a try.
For those of you,
Listen, you ain't gonna hear no more about Autel.
hold on. You're not going to hear
Autel
about
just shot
Autel no
themselves
more.
in the
You know
face.
why, Mikey? Hold on, Ray. I'm going to
Exactly.
put them on. The
Right.
reason you're not going to hear about Autel no more, and this was, I have to fact check this, so don't quote me on this, but
Right.
DJI was supposed to win the case against Autel.
Okay.
I put it in the group already.
They have won the case
Facts.
against Autel
First of all, you
because
can't hold no
Autel does not have solid, how would you say, solid evidence.
Oh, it's a
that they
joke.
created.
Their lawsuit's a joke. We created the round, and anything round you can't have. We created that design.
some money.
Come on.
All the court fees that DJI spent,
Right.
Autel's about to
Hey,
pay them
Ed,
back.
what's good?
What's up, Ed?
That's it.
Yeah, but let's get this drop over with before Paul starts tapping his wrist again.
Yeah.
You ready? You ready, guys?
Let's go.
Okay. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
Guys.
Not
Here you go. Here you go, Lawrence. Here we go. Right here.
And for those of you who feel you should take a shot every time we do a drop, please feel free, but I'm not participating. What's up, Ed? How are you, man? Glad to see you in here, Ed. And everybody else. We appreciate any and everybody for coming in. Now, once again, we're going to make this very clear because there seems to be an issue with Those Guys New York. We want quality over quantity. We don't want thousands and thousands of people in our group. We want real people. We don't want bots. We don't want accounts that have been updated the last month and now it's a hacked account. It wants to get in. You cannot get into Those Guys New NYC or New York City Facebook group unless someone in the group can vouch for you. And I need to say this because we've been getting a rush of people trying to join. And one guy, I asked him, who do you know in the group? And he says, nobody. Okay, well, check this out. I appreciate you trying to get into
nobody.
Those guys, New York City, and we want people to join. But unless someone's there to vouch for you, or you come to our live streams and we know you personally, it's just you don't know to knock at the door. You can't get in, Holmes.
Exactly.
That's why I got my fire. That's why I got my firewall running constantly on these live streams.
And it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. If you contact me here on this live stream, or you contact Herman and say, yo, how can I get into those guys? Or how do I get a blue wrench and stuff like that? We don't give out blue wrenches to everyone either. You understand? And we don't do that for a reason. Yeah. There has to be that order has to be maintained. Pretty much. You understand what I'm saying? And we want to keep order. We would rather have order than disorder. Right. And you have disorder when you start letting people in you don't know. I've been liking all those videos. It's Tim Jackson. See, he's new to those guys. He's all the way in Australia, but he knows someone in the group. So if you know Philly Drone Life, hey, I'm trying to join the group. I know Philly Drone Life. And then I ask Mikey, hey, you know this character? If he says, yeah, he's cool, then you can come in. We'll teach you the secret knock. That's all. I can't say it any other way. But Mikey, what do you got planned?
Everybody, please thank Dan for being here. He's giving us his smarts and just take a moment.
No, I appreciate Drone Worship.
Yeah, thank him for being here.
I appreciate any time Daniel comes in. I appreciate his comments as well. And like he said, someone gave him the DJI drone, and he just feels by buying Autel, it would give DJI competition. But in reality, that's not true. People can't buy Autel because they can't produce enough of them. Yeah. And another thing, why would you tell someone to buy Autel when they would buy that drone and their computer couldn't handle it?
Yeah, exactly. I said that a long time ago.
Because it's just an angry person.
What does Herman have to say?
I gotta say something to that. It's when you go out and tell somebody to buy a product to create competition, it's not up to the customer to create competition. It's up to the company to give the customer a quality product for him to spend his money on.
Mm-hmm. And not to lie.
Somebody to spend his money on something that is not worth it to him. And that is irresponsible.
Exactly. Stop it.
Bad marketing is taking people's money for no reason. That's what it is.
If it is something that is usable to the average consumer, then sure, go out and do it. But those drones that Autel put out, that wasn't for the average consumer. Those were professional. And we all know that.
It's not.
Right.
Especially when you know it ain't
the average person.
What I say.
Guys, hey, listen, man. I flew the Autel Evo 2, and I flew my 799 Mavic Air 2 in the same exact spot in front of my house where my wife sleeps, okay? Where the children play with their toys. And the Autel Evo 2, the $1,700 drone, went 1,000 feet. My 700, and it ain't about how far things can go either, but I couldn't even see out of the $1,700 drone after 1,000 feet. I didn't know where it was, and I was pushing return to home. My $799 drone went 3 miles, went perfect.
Wow.
How could you beat that?
But see, but Mikey, I need to clarify something because I don't want to feel like I need to clarify something because I don't want it to make it seem like we're attacking drone worship. Okay, but you have to hold on. You have to understand. You have to understand technology. I am 100% for creating competition within companies.
Yeah.
But when you come out with a $2,000 drone that the average man cannot use on his PC, average man cannot. You cannot take any of those drones hold on. I gotta mute you a second. I cannot. What I was saying was,
Yeah.
if you come out with a $2,000 drone and nobody can hook it up to their computer and see the footage on it, that's a waste of time and money.
Hold on a second, Lawrence. Hold on a second. Al Diaz, I'm not against the Evo. I like the damn drone.
Yes,
Yeah, me
I
too.
agree.
But
Me
what
too.
I'm saying is, for the average consumer who wants to fly a drone, that's not for you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
It's
think
not.
about it, DJI came out with that Mavic Mini. Yes, everyone was racing it.
I'm not telling you not to buy it.
Even if you $100, you can buy it again.
It wasn't the drone for the average consumer.
Yeah, and that's my only issue. I agree.
Great
Create
drone.
competition for other companies because that brings down the
Somebody
price
dogs
and
it.
makes people think even more. But when you get to the point where you come out with a drone that the average Joe cannot use,
Well, that was
then you're not targeting the average person.
that was
If-
all sales, though. Hey, you know, how do we beat it? Oh,
But Mikey,
let's release the
Mikey,
10K drone.
Mikey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if all of us were given the 6K or the 8K drone, I
You're
can
not gonna use
guarantee you your computer wouldn't be able to handle the
Yeah,
data
you're not going
unless
to
you
use it. You're
dumbed
only
it
going to use
down.
4K.
Unless you dumbed it down to 4K,
Yeah.
which you would be wasting your money for having to
My
do.
computer
I
would
get-
bleed. If I tried that, it would bleed.
Right. But not only that, guys. It's not only that. I mean, when you look at a drone, you got to look at the whole drone. I mean, I could care less what name is on it. I just want the performance. What does it do? How does it? Is it reliable? What can it do? I'm not a movie maker, so I don't. It doesn't have to be cinema freaking for the Hobbits. I just want it to look good, really good, and I want it to fly. I want to be. If you can't see, you can't fly. So I want to be able to see in a decent area. I mean, I know the line of sight thing and all, but within a mile, I want perfect video. That's all I'm asking for. And so when you release a drone that's twice the amount of something else and it doesn't perform like that, that's where I have the problem. And I understand, and it's a fantastic, I want one, trust me. And here's my other question to you guys, because maybe you know. So
Hey,
does
Sean.
Autel, do they have that chip in their drone? So you can't track an Autel
You want to
drone?
know what, Mikey? They have to. They have to. And here's why. I'll prove why Autel has to have that technology in their drone already. They knew before the Autel 2 came out that the drone laws were changing. So it's just a matter of a firmware update, just like I'm sure with DJI drones, which are already
that's their biggest selling point. That you don't have to worry about takeoffs, and it's crap. Because if everybody still knows where your drone's at,
that's telling.
not a
Okay,
selling
if you
point
don't,
anymore.
Mikey, you know this as well as I do. If you don't have to worry about takeoffs, you're not a responsible pilot.
Exactly. You're trying to break the rules. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
know, and it's sad that Autel is allowed to sell a drone on a premise of being able to break rules.
And they said it in their targeting pitch.
Yeah, that's their target. But don't worry about anything. Here's a drone. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
What the hell?
It's totally
and
irresponsible.
what's up with the pink thing over everything? It's like somebody put a pink filter over their freaking camera lens. Everything looks pink, unless it's my eyes.
On what?
The Autel Evo. Everything's got just a smear over everything. Is it just me? Or maybe it's the orange color.
JKS,
that's
I
shining
appreciate
off
you,
the
brother, for
sun.
the super chat. You know what?
There's
We're here, Mikey, to talk about drone tech, drone news, and to enlighten people that may think we're talking Chinese, but from the average guy that has the Mavic Mini to the guy who has the SEMA X8C drone, they need to know these things. Because not knowing is where people are going to get hurt and damage is going to be done. And until people in the drone community spread this amongst each other, Mikey, how many times have you heard there's no drone flying in New York City? Now you know yourself personally that's a lie, right?
Absolutely.
We have hundreds. I can go off the top of my head how many people are flying right now. in New
More
York
drones
City.
in the sky than airplanes right now.
Yes, there are in New York City. There's probably more drones than airplanes. Matt's right about that. My problem is when you have all these people flying and one is not sharing to the other about what you should be doing and what you're not should be doing,
Right.
you're just as bad a drone pilot as they are.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And
I can't see it
wanna be
anyway.
responsible. And let me just put this out there. If anybody, lots of people listening, and I don't know if you're going to listen to me, but listen, guys, if you see a video of somebody flying over a moving car or a person, don't call the FAA on them. You're hurting our hobby. Take it up with the person. Maybe send them a nice message. Hey, guy, just want to be careful. That's how you get things
Mikey,
done. By telling the
real
teacher.
world,
By
in the
telling
real
the
world,
teacher it doesn't work. It makes things worse for everybody.
in the real world, that would work.
Yeah.
In the real world, that hey, above and beyond drones, that would work. Sean, how are you, buddy? I don't know if you're watching or want to come in and join us and join the argument, but the main part of the argument, it's not even an argument, it's a conversation. Because if it was an argument, we wouldn't be able to hear each other. But our thing is remote ID and how it's coming, and we're going to keep talking about remote ID because as it gets closer to December 29th, you're going to hear more and more about these companies. Airbus, AirMap, Amazon, Airbus, UTM, Prime Air, One Sky, Skyward. These companies right here are going to change the way you fly and think about flying, whether you want to or not. It's already decided what they're going to do. Now, by law, they have to tell you what they're doing. By law, they have to tell you, hey, we're about to make you real miserable if you don't comply. Plain and simple.
I had to touch it. I had to let my heat out, huh?
Sorry, I had to be nosy.
So it's just a matter of whether you want to accept it or not. Mikey, you've been following the rules to remote ID for the last 2 years, 3 years, and haven't even realized it.
Yeah.
Okay, so even when you complain about I don't want to do this or I'm not giving up my drone, you really know you've been doing it for the last 3 years already.
Of course, I know. Hey, listen, us older guys, here's the thing. We'll change, and trust me, look at me. I'm capable of change, trust me. But it hurts a little bit, you gotta fight. Without the fight, it doesn't feel as good, but I just want to be left alone, just leave me the hell alone.
Mikey, in the real utopian world, that would be easy.
Yeah.
And you know as well as I do, unless you have stock in a company somewhere and you can actually say something and change a person's life. Hold on. Oh, I know that.
Wow, really? Wow.
I know that. That's why I just stopped discussing it altogether.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Wow.
Hey, Maverick Channel. FYI. Let's see. Maverick Channel is
Philly.
Yo.
So I'm gonna hit you up in the morning if I get out that way.
Yeah, hit me up.
I'll hit you up.
Yeah, Mikey's up. It's just a matter of how long it takes you to,
It only takes me like 45 minutes.
What's up, Adrian Lee? Adrian Lee says, I will stay in the island and on the island.
I'm gonna call you. Matt, get on that bus.
Almost did it today. I don't know where I was going, but I was.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who live here in New York City, and you're living proof. All you guys on the panel here, Herman, Ray, Matt, Justin, all you guys know it is definitely not true as far as what they say. And Herman and I, we ran into. Do you want to discuss that, Herman? Dumb and Dumber?
Well, if you feel like it.
Well, Herman and I were flying on the beach. We were flying on the beach out here in Rockaway one day. And I'm sorry for calling them Dumb and Dumber, but that's what they were. We had a supervisor, New York City Department of Parks supervisor, in a white shirt, with the white shirt, the sergeant's badges and everything. And he had his minion with the green shirt with him. You know, they walk with their minion. And Drone Worship, I appreciate you for that, man. We appreciate all super chats and everyone for coming in. But getting back to the story, they commenced to walk over to me. I was flying FPV. Herman had flew his camera drone already and was pretty much packing up. And I was just burning a battery, just to burn a battery. I had flew earlier that day. So they walk up to me and Herman goes, come over here, talk to me. Don't talk to him. He's flying right now. That's very dangerous. Which is true because I'm flying FPV and I'm hearing someone talk to me on the side. So Herman commences to talk to them and I come in and land and to show you that these guys didn't know what the hell they were doing. Off axis FPV, how are you?
Hey,
Show that they didn't know what they were doing. The guy with the green shirt, I called a minion. Later on in the conversation, he says, I don't want you guys flying here like that because you see, just like that drone right there fell out of the sky. It didn't fall out of the sky. I came in under controlled landing and landed. He commenced to also tell Herman, the same guy also commenced to tell Herman that you are allowed to fly in state parks. Now here it is, a New York City Department of Parks employee telling me I can't fly on a damn beach, and he's saying it's legal to fly in state parks.
State park.
Information is totally wrong. They don't know nothing. That's their problem.
Exactly. That's why I dubbed them Dumb and Dumber.
Well, what happened? Exactly.
Hold on, listen.
Lawrence was under the goggles, so he didn't hear
Under the goggles.
conversation.
He was under the goggles, guys. He's under the goggles. Make room. He's under the goggles.
Back up.
To the guy, you know, that's dangerous. He's got the goggles on. Speak to me. So he's telling me, you guys can't fly here. I said, we can't fly here or we can't take off from here.
Oh, you hit him with a hypothetical. He made him
with an actual question because I already know that I'm talking to somebody that don't have half the amount of wits that he's needing to use to have this conversation.
Right.
So I asked him, I said, I can't take off from here or I can't fly here. Which is it?
Right.
And he said, well, you can't fly here. I said, well, what you're saying to me is I can't take off from here because you don't have the jurisdiction to
tell me
I can't fly here. You can tell me I can't take off from here because this is Parks Department property. And Parks Department well within their rights to tell me I can't.
Right.
You don't own the air.
But I can go out of it, fly over the beach if I'd like to. Yeah. He said, sure, you can do that. And then Lawrence jumped on him.
Yeah, and then he pulls out, how about that guy? He pulls out the book about all fixed wing aircraft. It's nothing to do with these drones that we're flying.
Well, these guys were trying to do the same thing, Ray. Go ahead, Herman.
He started to tell us that, you know, you would have to take that over to a state park or something like that. I said,
yes.
I said,
yes.
Dude,
state park.
You cannot fly in a state park. He goes, yeah, yes, you can. I do it all the time. I'm like,
so, hold on. So Herman goes, right. Herbert does look away.
You do it all the time. I said, you don't even know what you're doing, dude.
He said, what kind of drone do you have?
Yeah, what? I don't even know. He said a spider. What
he says, I don't know what kind it is. It's called a spider. So if you Google a spider drone, whatever that is, that's what he's driving. I'm gonna do it right now.
But yeah, he says that he flies in the state park all the time. I'm like, and you work for the Parks Department?
That's why he could do it. That's why he could do it, because he works for them.
No, he can't.
No, he can't. We know that he can't. We know that he can't. But how many people work for the city that abuse their authority?
Have a great evening, dude.
But he's telling us to take it to the state park, and I'm like,
yeah, he's giving you false information.
But see, Ray, this is where I jumped in and I said, this is the problem. You need to speak to your supervisor.
Supervisor.
Your supervisor. But yeah, this guy was a supervisor.
See, Lawrence got a little insulted because
hey, John,
what happened is he had the regular guy, the guy that Stitch and the
minion.
Supervisor. The guy, because what happened is I peeped the whole scene. Two guys witnessed us there, and he saw me packing up, and he saw Lawrence take off, and he went and called the other guy, and the guy came over with the white shirt and stripes and everything. And they spoke a little bit, and then The little guy and the guy with the striped shirt came over to me and Lawrence and started talking to us. So Lawrence told the guy, said, "You better get your supervisor." And the supervisor's standing right there.
Yeah. His supervisor, the guy that said he flies in the state park. I'm like, you got to speak to your supervisor, but it didn't dawn on me because I was getting dumber as I spoke to these guys. I was really getting dumber as I spoke to these two. I felt the brain cells melting. Seriously. When I left, when those two guys walked off, me and Herman laughed at each other because we said probably dinner talk would be like, we told these two guys on the beach they couldn't fly here.
But the last thing that he asked us, how do you get that registration?
Yeah. We showed
to be able to do that.
Yeah.
How do you register? Registration. That's crazy.
How do you register and get all your stuff to be able to fly whenever you want to fly? I'm like, because he wants to be able to do it. I'm like,
yeah.
You didn't even know you could fly where you work at. You want to be able to fly everywhere?
Hey, Paul. Really?
Yeah, Paul's posting videos but yeah, I got that alert.
There is. I got the notification. How do you do that? Paul is multitasking.
Yeah. But to get back what I'm talking about, here in New York City, not only is it still legal to fly in New York because of so many loopholes, etc., but you don't need a loophole to fly in New York because the people that are enforcing it don't know what the F they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
If you go to a court, you're gonna beat it.
But this dude almost got into a yelling match. He's like, I fly in a state park all the time. Well, and then it dawned on Herman or one of us to say, well, what kind of drone do you fly? And he's like, I don't know what it is. It's a Spider. I fly it anytime I want at so-and-so state park. Now, this is a New York City Department of Parks employee that's working to patrol the beach and parks departments. And if he sees someone flying a drone from the parks department, he's supposed to have enough knowledge to tell them why they can't fly there. And he couldn't do that.
Rules he doesn't know.
But if you didn't hear it from me, but the state parks, the rangers get there at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so if you happen to be flying, and we do not condone this, but if you happen to be flying over a state park and look down, you won't see any Parks Department employees until after 8 a.m.
Well, let me ask you a question, guys. Did you leave or did you say, get the hell out of here and continue to fly?
Oh, no. It's Mikey, if I went like this and rubbed my head, they would have jumped back.
You stayed there and flew?
Well, no. Herman was done. I had actually landed because they were trying to talk to me while I was flying with FPV. Because I'm like, yo, who is this person next to me? I'll hit you in the head with a racing drone. I don't care.
You start circling them to see who they are.
That's what I did. I went out and I saw them walk up to me, and I heard Herman say, don't talk to him, come talk to me.
Wow.
And I had to come in and land away from them because I landed away from them on the boardwalk, and then I went and picked my drone up, and I just felt the brain cells melting. The man telling you that so they can make some money to fly in the state park. Pretty much.
Remarkable.
But he swore to us. His Drone Worship released a video, Bebop 2, first time flyer. It's just amazing at the stupidity that they're telling the New York City Department of Parks employees. The FAA should have something to do with this. I mean, they did give jurisdiction down to the Department of Parks. I understand that. But I said, you guys don't even have a book to pull out a rule to tell us that we can't fly here.
Their rule is from the 1940s.
and one guy, and I'm not going to joke.
The Wright brothers wrote their bill.
I'm not going to joke on anyone with disabilities or anything, but it dawned on me that these people should not be working for the New York City Department of Parks.
Dude, it's $25 an hour. Just get out there. That's what it is. Them guys don't care. They're getting good money to not know the right information. It's crazy.
They don't care about the information. All they want to tell you is that you can't fly here. That's all they want to say. You can't fly here.
That's it. You're right, big man.
And most of those cases, when they go to court, the judge throw it out because the judge don't even have no rules. They don't even have no facts. They don't even know how to trial a case. So they got to throw it out.
We were at Greenpoint Park, and a lady that was sweeping. She's a Parks Department employee that just sweeps garbage and empties garbage cans. And she told us, "Oh no, you can't." She was sincere. "You can't fly here. They'll confiscate your drone." And me and Herman look at her. She was adamant. I mean, like she would get a bonus for every time she said that. She was really adamant about it.
So y'all ain't eating no chicken or lamb chops? Y'all playing around?
Save me some chicken.
Send some of that this way.
All right.
You ain't eating no chicken or lamb chops.
Probably just dare somebody to come get it.
Listen.
Tim Jackson.
Oh, Lucky over there killing the lamb chop bone. He got the lamb chop, huh?
A 3-hour ride.
I can be there.
3-hour ride, a 4-hour on bus.
What happened to the chop?
But Mikey, it all comes down to
you're gonna have to leave.
Now, Mikey, now here's where remote ID comes in, because had somebody, the Dumb and Dumber, walked up to me while remote ID was in effect, I could go to them and say, "Well, according to this, it says I could be here," or, "All right, you don't want me flying from here? I'll go across the street." It's just the misinformation that they have here in New York.
Well, Lawrence, I told you what happened to me down at the stadium. I wanted to just get some beautiful footage of an empty stadium. I got blank approval. I stood out there. I did the form because I was within 5 miles of the airport. So I did my little thing. I got the approval. And I couldn't have been 20 seconds into the flight where they were screaming at me. 2 cars come racing me, and go ahead, do the shot.
Okay, Paul. Yeah, you see, Paul's about to tap out.
Yeah, he's
checking his pulse.
Checking his pulse.
He's checking his pulse.
Hey, it's time for another one there, Lawrence.
It's time for another one.
All right, here we go, Mikey.
Again,
you think you can lead us into this, Mikey?
No, I forget what.
All right, never mind, Mike.
Go ahead, Matt. Lead us into.
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh man.
Come on, Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by, and you just hesitate for a second.
All right, I got it.
All right.
Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys. There you go. See,
the first one.
Hit a little nip.
Gave me 5 seconds, I would have got my shot.
Well, we do appreciate you. Okay, I just got an alert. Off Axis is being interviewed on Val's life after the live stream. For those of you, thank you, Stevie. Capture Life's connection from the Bronx. That's Stevie Bronx, if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Got to jump. Take care, all. Lens Capture, Tom. We appreciate you each and every time, man. Seriously.
Thanks for stopping in, Tom, man.
Off Axis. We don't have pigeon. Hey, Off Axis. Hey, hold on. Off Axis. We don't have pigeon jerky here, but we have rat jerky.
I don't know.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
We got Those Guys.
Yeah, this is Those Guys. We need to come up with our own jerky.
I thought it was raccoon jerky in your case.
Right? It sounds like they fighting over a bone.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Ray down.
Then when you say they're ripping Ray's pants leg now?
He's got hornets attacking from above.
Ray's swatting the hornets and being attacked by the dogs for another lamb bone.
Ray just got shredded pants cuffs.
Look at him.
Look. What are they
fighting? Oh my God! How many you got?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
Oh my God!
Look, the other one laying right there.
There's more of them. They're
5.
Everywhere.
5 of them.
5.
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
5 of them.
And all of them are waiting around for another bone, I bet.
Yeah, they waiting.
Oh, then the yapping would drive me crazy.
And I got the other one in New York. So he older than all of them. So he just laid back. Yeah.
Anyway, the pizza for the guys came to watch.
He next to it. No, he next to it.
Hey, you want to see something funny? Off Axis just put free pizza for those who come watch Val's life.
Free pizza. How we gonna get it?
Well, that's because he's the one that's going to be interviewed. Val's interviewing Off Axis at 7.
No, I gotta check it out.
how's there gonna be free pizza there?
It's just a ploy. What's up, Drone Bum? How are you, Paul?
Oh, Paulie.
What's
What's
up,
up, Paulie?
You know what, Herman? You used to say that I wake up the roosters. Drone Bum wakes up the roosters. Definitely.
No, you don't, because Drone Bum gets up after you wake up the rooster.
You're still gonna
You
pin
wake
me
up
with
the
that,
rooster,
huh?
right? The rooster wakes him up. Gotcha.
You're still gonna pin me with that, Herman? I wake up the roosters on.
Yes. Lawrence
Well-
goes to bed like an hour after the live stream, guys.
It depends. It depends on how many shots we're doing.
Lawrence gets the milkman up to go and deliver the milk.
So,
You're
Mikey,
the
what
guy
you
that
got
drops
coming
off
up,
the
man?
bread early in the morning.
Oh yeah,
Lawrence wakes him up to go to work.
right. I wake up the baker. You don't have nothing spectacular coming up, Mikey?
Nothing big, man. I'm just taking a day at a time, my friend. That's it. Just a day at a time.
Well, you need to come up with something, man. That have the people going ooh and ah again.
Yeah.
Now that they see you got them programmed. You got them
Yeah.
used to you getting a drone.
Yeah.
Taking out those batteries. Those poor batteries are beating like somebody's heart when they get back.
Yeah, man, like the one today. Oh my
3%
God.
landing.
What, 3% landing?
The battery was screaming.
Yeah, guess what? Yo, you watched that, Big
Man, I
Man?
seen it this morning.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me just tell you, I'm looking up now. I'm in the car and I can see Mr. FA. I can see the drone through the front, through the
Yeah,
roof.
that's what I'm smelling. Oh, okay.
So anyway, I swear to you, as I get it over top of me, I started to think to myself, God, shang it, man. There's 3%. What would happen if it just goes like, and it's going to smash my head? Like, just come smacking through the glass. I was thinking that, yeah. But,
That'd make good video.
yeah, it would have made good video. You would have seen.
You would have had that lightning in a bottle and went viral.
Oh man.
I know what it's like to have a 3% and under on your battery. Herm know because he was there watching me, and it wasn't a good experience. Wasn't a good experience.
Oh, you've had it happen too?
Yes. And 3%, I was still over the water, so yeah, I was kind of nervous. Yeah.
Well, what happened, Big Man? I want to hear about this because all I've had is batteries go kaput on me, but you still win.
I was chasing a container ship and I went out about 13,000 feet.
Okay.
And I was against the wind, not knowing that I had to come back and the wind was actually pushing it. So trying to go up higher, it was worse. Trying to go down lower, and my battery was slowly going down. I was like maybe 3,000 feet out, and I was probably like 15, 16%. By the time I got close to where I was like 1,500 feet, under 10, it's making that noise. Beanie, landing. Yep. Landing. I gotta hold it up. I never did that before. I just got nervous. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I do that every flight. Hold it up.
Push it up as high as I could, and it was coming down slowly.
You
I
should
landed with 2%. Yeah, it was about to change to 1.
Hey, Matt.
But you made it back.
Hey, Matt, you're right. I have seen Herman move pretty fast because we were in the Bronx flying Orchard Beach, and they have Potter's Field across the water.
Yeah.
And Herman's drone was like, returning home now. I don't care what you want. I'm coming home. And just as he got to a certain point, he was still out over the water. And he's like, Lawrence, you see that? It's going down. It's going down. And he started walking towards the beach real fast, but it made it back to us. He was walking pretty good though.
It's not a good feeling.
Right down in front of me.
Yeah, it did. But when it went into return home, it didn't ask him, can I come home? It said, I'm coming home now.
Yeah.
The crash said will return to home in 10 seconds.
Right.
And I overrode coming back because I looked at I didn't realize how much time I had. I was like, oh wow, I've been out there.
Well, I got to give Drone Bum, if anybody's seen his video, he actually lost his Zoom that way. And he went out and chased the cargo ship,
Mhm.
5.5 miles
No,
out.
you don't do that.
5.5 miles. And
No.
you would think, and he never made it to the, he's like, come on, I just got to go a little further. And I'm like, Paul, like in the video, I'm saying, Paul, you're 49%. You may want to start going the other way now.
49%, that's a graveyard right there because
Yeah.
that's a one-way trip.
Well,
Yeah.
he made it to 3,000 feet on 0%, got to 0%, and still went another almost 2,000 feet before it finally just went, He flew. He's the one guy that taught me these birds fly on 0%, which
If you have a
told me,
good battery that's brand new or semi-brand new, 0% will give you 5 to 6 minutes. That's
Yeah.
reserve power.
yes, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And it must have been a new battery. He got about almost 2 minutes, I think, in his video before it just went, nah, I'm done. And it just slowly went into the water. And you see it hit the water 1,200 feet from the. He's waving to it.
Oh, wow. That's like the Billy Kyle drone. Billy Kyle tried to land it on that island. And he got feet away from the edge and it just went splash.
Yeah.
Lawrence, so Pilot Jose and I took off from over there by our Bush terminal.
Yeah.
And we went around the curve with the highway, following the cruise ship out. By the time he got back, that Mavic, the original Mavic, that battery was smoked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
you can't hang out there that long, dude.
But see, there's a difference when you smoke a battery and when you reach in a bag for the battery and it pushes the other battery in the way, because that's what Mikey's batteries do.
Yes, and I was just going. Let me just say something. There needs to be some. I think, and DJI, if you're watching, because I know you watch.
Hey, Corey.
They need to put some kind of, since it's a smart battery, they need to let us know on the battery, hey, this is a yellow battery now. Put it in the yellow category. Or this is a red battery.
Hey, Ray,
you may want to change it
there
out.
You go.
I got you. Thank you.
Okay.
Because although my cells are still showing green and all, I have batteries at 190, 200 charges on them. They don't act the same, guys. And you forget which one you're putting in the drone. When you got 6, 7, 8 batteries, you don't know. So,
Mikey, there's nothing else you can do to those batteries because
Michael,
you should be getting good proper cycles on your batteries because you do a damn deep cell discharge.
But here, Michael, here's the answer to everybody's problem. They should have sensors on the controller to give you an IQ test, and if you're too dumb to fly, you can't take off.
Right.
They did that already.
They did. They
just allowed you to get it right all the time.
Right. They did. They had the question. If you got the question wrong, you don't remember going through that about 2 years ago? You had to answer you had to answer 4 or 5 questions, and then they let you fly.
Yeah.
Remember they came out on the cars with the breathalyzers where you had to blow in the tube before it started to come.
No, that was court mandated. Yeah, that had to be on the court mandated thing.
That's what it was. Hey, Mr. Drone Bum, that's what it was. He was using Billy Kyle's controller. That's what it was, Paul. It was cursed. I blame him. That was a controller. It wasn't your drone, bro.
The controller made him ignore the word.
That's it. Yeah. Gave him all the wrong information.
A controller made me do it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Wow.
I can see how you could blame that on the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because if you don't set it up you're used to flying.
No, I will tell you why I say that. I say that because if the controller didn't have good signal, you wouldn't have went that far.
Yeah. No, but why can't they put a little light on the battery, a separate light, a fifth light that turns yellow or red when it gets so many charges? So it would then alert you as soon as you plug it in. You see that little light, it's yellow. Oh, you know what? I'm about to fly a 5-mile mission here, and I'm wanting to use one of my better batteries.
Mikey, they have that.
Extra. Where?
It's in the book that comes with your battery that tells you the battery is good for. As a drone pilot, you're supposed to
get the hell out. No,
Nikki, it does. It does tell you.
I know that.
It does.
And you can also see
the paperwork that we throw away.
Yeah, the one you throw away when you. You got the
So
box.
how about DJI just making a battery with a cord on it where we could plug it in and do our settings on our birds without using our actual battery and putting charges on unnecessary charges on our battery just to do updates.
There you go.
How about that?
A USB port where you can plug it into the computer and update it.
Yeah, right into the port without using your battery, because that puts a lot of strain on your battery. Because by the time you do all the settings, your battery is drained down. Then you gotta put it on the charger. You're killing the battery.
That's right. And guys, we're on to something here now. We're on to something. They're watching, guys.
Yeah, they watching us.
An internal battery,
Come on, show us some love on the
internal battery in the drone, just in case you don't listen to the real battery. The little one just takes over because I want to get you home. It kicks in, right? You get another couple $100 million.
You know what, DJ? I was going to tell you, we have that. It's called Refresh.
No, right, Jerry. Yeah, but why do you got to bring them the parts? You got to give them the
dollars, and we'll take care of that.
We need some kind of redundancy, though. Yeah, these little drones need redundancy.
Right? Yeah. See, Big Matt's on to something here.
They do.
You're listening. A little yellow light ain't gonna hurt
Mikey,
you.
Mikey, what is it?
Do we have our responsibility?
Mikey, what does it matter? But hold on, guys. What does it matter, Mike, if it has a yellow light to tell you? You're going to ignore it anyway.
You're right there. You're right there. But
when was the last time you changed your car battery?
Who knows?
Well, when do you change it? When you can't start no more? When it just
correct. There you go. See, he's
so we don't do proper maintenance.
Right. None of us do. None of us do. So
every
here's
3 years, change that battery.
What if you opened up your hood and the little yellow flashing light? Oh, honey, we got to change the battery if it's flashing yellow.
Mikey, women would ignore it anyway.
But at least you get the warning.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mikey, there is a warning. It's called a battery light in your car.
It's called return to home now, right? Cancel.
Now, what they need to put as a redundancy is after a certain point, you can't cancel return to home.
Don't take my freedom. Don't you take my freedoms.
It'll just land.
Don't you take my freedoms. I won't buy it, DJI.
No, but you know how Mikey's drone said.
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen this one yet? A warning on your screen yet? Because I saw this one the other day. That the distance that you have traveled may exceed the range.
That's not. It's been up for that case. That you might not be able to see your drone. Yo,
I had that on last Saturday. Yeah,
you're a little far now.
You have exceeded the distance traveled by this drone, please.
Yes. And the other one, once you get to 400.
This drone is telling me that I may have exceeded the range of
just may
120 meters to pop up.
I'm like, no, not up.
No, height.
No, out.
No, that's what I'm telling you. Out, yeah.
No, mine's turns on.
You said you gotta be out of line of sight.
I was out over the water.
That happened to me the Saturday we went out. Same thing.
Out there.
Yeah.
Okay, who's eating like that?
I just threw the plate on the floor. They buzzing.
Hold on, be right back.
That's my neighbor cutting their grass.
Oh, okay. That's why the wasp are jumping.
Yeah, but that was a nice little trip down the beach.
Nothing wrong with redundancy, right? And guys, DJI, if you're listening, it's another selling point for you. We're the safest, look how safe our drones are. If, we're even doing this for you. And if this ain't enough, we even do this. And we put a third backup with an extra milliamps just in case it goes wrong.
So you can ignore that.
It would be easy to take an FPV battery and put it in the inside of a little drone.
People do it, Big Mac.
I know it's the sad part about this. All you asking for is something to help you out with the warning.
Yeah,
that you ignored the first time.
Yeah,
right. With the warning that he ignored the first time. He wants a warning.
Warning that they gave.
What I'm asking for is more battery. That's it. Just more battery. And instead of just making the battery big, break it up into 3 smaller parts. So we go down the scale. But guys, it would be good. It would be
Mikey.
Breathe,
Remember,
Michael, breathe.
remember before DJI was flying for a half hour, they were at 27 minutes. We asked for more battery.
Yeah.
Now you're asking for redundancy over redundancy.
Yeah.
Now that's just giving
And
you more things to ignore.
Why don't you just ask DJI to just bring it back to your house?
Yeah.
They do that, Herman. It's called DJI Care Refresh.
Yes, they do that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna tell him.
Hey, hold on. How many guys? You're breaking my balls over the battery.
Because you said that.
How many drones fell out of the sky with me? How many? Not one. Not one.
Hold on. When you say fell out of the sky,
I have never lost a drone from low battery.
Huh?
The Mini.
Never lost one.
The Mini.
The Mini lost
ran out of battery.
The Mini had a low battery.
Asking them to give you an assistance on the low battery warning that you ignore the first time.
What?
You right up there with that. Oh, they
came back
during the temporary flight.
That don't count.
That's right up there with that, you know. That's right up there with. They should.
Mikey, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to contact DJI. Yeah. Tell them to look at your flight record and to make you a battery tester.
Yes. But
make you a battery tester.
Something. Big Matt said something. If you go on YouTube, I just subbed to a guy. Mm-hmm. He's a genius. Now everybody
low altitude.
But he
later, Val.
He hacked. See you later there. He hacked his Mavic Mini and put race drone batteries on it along with the regular battery. He went.
There goes your warranty and your care.
Oh yeah, who cares? It's $400. Who cares? But he went, dude, like 37,000 feet.
And when it goes down, he's gonna say, "I didn't tell you to do that."
It was, he don't, I mean, at that point, you don't care. I mean, you're doing it for a hobby to have fun, see what you can get out of it. But he's got like, it's amazing. And he kept reception, guys. Now he lives in the middle of nowhere, and he's got nothing to do all day long. So that's why he did it. But you had to see this little thing. He's got 2 little bullets off to the side with batteries, plus the thing in there, plus one underneath. He made it like a 3-pound drone. Just with the milliamp, but it went forever. I couldn't believe it. You know, so that little Mini is getting a lot of people into the hobby, man. It's really.
What's up with that Mini? I hear a lot of people getting motor issues, rear motor issues.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Motor issues.
Yeah, not anymore, guys. What happened was right before that, that was an issue. For whatever reason, it was revving up too much. They just did an update. I forget what number it is. You got to ask Billy for that one. But the latest update fixed all the overload motor errors and fixed everything. My Minis fly in both of them now. Fly perfect, absolutely perfect. And if I didn't live in a city, it's a fabulous drone. It really is.
Yeah,
and I never had a Wi-Fi drone that works so well.
Yeah,
it works well. So, but I live in a city, so it's useless. You know, same with you guys. I mean, you ain't gonna. So if you fly over the river, I bet you still get 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet. You know, which is plenty.
What me and Ray was talking about yesterday is just DJI. They reuse parts. They make new drones, but they have old parts in the new drones. That Mavic Mini is basically a Phantom 3 Professional on the inside.
Really?
That's why it has basically a good reception like that. It's using the light bridge. Call it Wi-Fi, but it's really the old light bridge.
Yeah, it could be. You could be right. Yeah, I'm sure if you look, you probably are, because people are taking them apart now. They're cheap enough where you could play with them. You know,
yeah, exactly.
All it is a board and a wire to the battery.
Yeah,
really?
And a wire to the motors.
Okay.
It's a flight controller with a PDB, power distribution board.
Correct.
You have lines going to the motor, and it has a battery. That's it. If you open it up, most of that case is empty.
It's hollow. Well, it's got to have the GPS, right? And then the Come on, what the hell? What am I talking about? I haven't
Compass.
drones in a while. With go back to the goggles.
Oh, you mean VTX?
VTX.
Yeah.
VTX.
Yeah, but all of that's on the board. All of that's on the board.
Right. It's all connected. Okay. I've never.
Yeah.
All they
All
do
of
is
it's
find a way to make it smaller. That's all. Make it smaller.
Amazing.
Are those dogs drawing blood, Ray? Damn.
You're eating each other. You're eating each other, man.
Yeah, you see a little fur patches on the ground out there.
Pro was on what do you call it? Was on Lightbridge.
Lightbridge, the first edition, yeah. First Lightbridge.
I had issues yesterday with my Mini. It told me to change the propellers, and if I don't fix if that don't fix it, then I have to contact DJI. And
One was
that's what
chips.
Tim Jackson. See, that's what I'm worried about. I think they rushed that particular drone out because they know they could fix any of their birds with a firmware update. But I still call it a tie clip. I don't care what you say. It's still a tie clip for me.
Hey, Tim.
That tie clip is taking some nice shots, though.
Yeah, it does. Change your propellers, Tim. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, he probably chipped one of them where it's not actually giving the proper thrust.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. Yeah, because I'm seeing them now. I'm seeing a lot of messages where even if they get bent really bad, so be careful the way you're putting it away into your case. Just treat it like
that. Just tells you how smart that little computer is on that drone that can detect that the propellers is not accurate. It's not spinning right.
Well, the flight controller
technology. Yeah.
The flight controller recognizes the wobble. Absolutely. Yeah. These things are the PIDs on these things. The PIDs are amazing. The tuning on these birds are unbelievable.
That's why they do the quality control on these drones before they send them out, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
They go do all kinds of testing. So if you get a brand new drone in the box and you call DJI next day, said this happened, they're gonna laugh at you. There's nothing coming out of their factory without quality control. Everything's been tested over and over and over again.
Exactly.
I agree.
Well,
I don't know. It happened to me with my piece. And when they saw it, when they got it, was like, damn. I was like, yo, check the flight record. I only one time. I was like, I don't know how all of that happened.
Let me bring something up real quick before we get out of here. Is there another drone coming out? I'm hearing all kinds of. When's the next one coming out? Christmas?
December. Yeah.
Right? That's what I thought. Okay. Because you're hearing all kinds of crap.
If we was in a normal situation without this COVID, it would be August, September. But I think the end of the year. Yeah.
End of the year around holiday time would be optimum.
November would be the shortest. December would be the latest.
Everyone in the drone community needs something to bounce off of. Now, you guys are familiar with Ostilov.
Yes.
A few of you follow him on Twitter. A few of them think he's fake, don't believe him. Well, he made a joke the other day, and I pay attention to his jokes because his jokes are usually little teasers. He said that V-Copter couldn't bring their V-Copter drone to market. It would be funny. It would be funny if DJI made a V-Copter.
Wow, why would they make one?
Why would they make that?
Yeah. You know what? They want to get rid of the 4-motor and switch to some companies are getting rid of 4-motor drones and switching to 3-motor drones. Anything to save money. Who knows?
I'll quit flying drones then. I'll quit flying drones.
Yeah.
No, you just keep flying. No, you just keep flying the stuff that you're flying. That's all.
They had that already, right?
Yeah, and they never actually showed that V-Copter working.
No,
they showed it working.
Yeah, it worked good at CES. That was it.
Of course, because there's a string holding it that you don't see.
It was clamped down and CES and let the wings fly.
It was tethered.
It's an imaginary string holding it up. Yes.
And DJI for the rest of the year, bro. That's all I gotta say.
That's it.
Well,
lawsuits, guys making up lawsuits, paying off judges and trying to get clarity. Come on, bro. Y'all killing me.
Yeah.
That drone was a mistake from the beginning, man. That's why the first one never sold that much. So you got to look at the history of their drones. They don't sell, bro.
Well, no, it's not that. They started out
with a lot of that.
They started out with a bad track record when
Yeah.
they came out with the Autel X-Star Premium, and it
Right.
took them over a year to update a 1-inch sensor.
Yeah, made promises that they never.
If you remember, it took 1 year. They said that we have an update for this 1-inch sensor, and we're adding a few features to the drone, and it took just over a year for them to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. They don't have no money, bro. They don't have no money. That's the problem. They don't have no money.
I can
You
tell
got
you
a
the
bunch
answer
of
to that,
college
Lawrence,
kids
why it
sitting
took
up-
them a year, because they had to wait
bunch
for
of
the
college
Phantom 4
kids.
Pro to come out to copy it.
You got a bunch of kids in the college dorm trying to figure out ways to make money.
They had to wait for the Phantom 4 Pro to
Hold
come
on a
out to see
second.
that 1-inch sensor to
Hold
copy
on a
it.
second. Hold on a second. Matt, go and check the specs of the 6K, the Autel Evo Pro. Go check the specs on that camera.
Okay.
Get back to me on the Phantom 4 Pro camera. It's the same goddamn thing.
It's
Yes.
the same
Same
thing. It's a
damn thing.
Sony
Yeah.
camera, the
Right.
i686.
All they
Yeah.
all the difference is
Change
like
the casing.
Lawrence is the resolution for the 5.5 that they
Yeah,
call 6K is the only thing that they don't have on it.
exactly.
Firmware update.
It's time, Paul. I got you.
Dinner time.
It's time. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been real interesting. We appreciate the super chats and you supporters who come in each and every week. Don't forget to check out. Don't forget to check out Wednesday nights with those guys.
Curb, man.
Wednesday nights with those guys with Phantom Flight 101, the Paul Murray Show on Monday nights, and Philly Drone Life every morning before the sun comes up.
For the roosters crow.
Him and Drone Bum and those guys. If you
Tuesday
get
night,
up
the Billy
early,
and Ron show.
if you get up early and you want to watch some drone related content, you can check out Drone Bum and Philly Drone Life early. When I say early before the sun come up, early. They be up early.
Hey, look at there,
Metro Jones,
Drone.
thank you, man, so much for the
you.
super chat, brother. Happy Sunday to you guys. You guys be safe, fly safe. And Sunday nights with those guys is sponsored by
Nose.
Guys. We appreciate you all. Everyone have a great evening. We are out.